But now about disparity. It's, as I said earlier, when you see 70% of a company has something implemented, that means 30% of insurers don't have it. And there's this really wide gap between what's going on. This slide is actually not about who's got something, it's about how people feel about them. Very few insurers actually give themselves high marks in core systems. In fact, the one area where we see the most green is IT security, and that is a lie. It's because insurers are never going to admit that if you ask a CIO, rank your different areas, and one of them is IT security, no CIO is going to say, oh yeah, our security is terrible, because just saying that is opening yourself up to risk. So I would discount IT security, but everywhere else, people are still not necessarily happy. They still want improvements. They still see themselves as having areas to improve. And then in terms of emerging technology, there's big, we see some increase, big data doubled, but that doubled from 0 to 0.1 to 0.2, right? So there's not a lot. But in general, you see these big gaps between what people have implemented. Likewise, just in terms of what capabilities we have in our agent and customer portals, it's just another slide showing that often I put up these slides to talk about, oh, look how many people have invested in these different areas. What are the biggest things? But when you flip the way you think about it, and what you're actually seeing is this big gap in the industry between people who've invested and those who haven't. Finally, a similar picture with data analytics. There is, we've got a lot of reporting efforts in place, to the point where 7% talk about reporting being integrated with everything they do. But then we start looking at modeling and planning and predictive modeling, real-time scoring. There's lots of people talking about it, but there's still huge swaths of the industry that are really not using data analytics to do their job. And we have a report recently that put together what's the new normal, sort of surveys across the industry about what is the new cost of doing business? What are the kind of features that you need? And then we scored people in different areas. And the reality is that the average scores are still somewhere between 40 and 60% in any given area. That means half of insurers haven't yet hit that kind of normal bar.